All right, Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahweh Shai, Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahweh Shai, Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahweh Shai, Kahalal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles, a great millstone, honor salutation, all you sincere Akim, labor in his truth. This video, I'm gonna call it not not sure if video is true, but Esau, boy, are you in trouble? Okay, you are in trouble, and I'm gonna play this video real quick. Now, as you see it, it says so-called UFO being attacked. Now we know that there's no such thing as UFOs, unidentified flying objects, or what's the other one? UAR, aerial phenomena, unidentified aerial phenomena. We know that's what the white man says, okay? But those are the angels of the Lord that travel in those chariots. You see, scriptures tell you that clearly. All right. Matter of fact, let me just pull one scripture to see if I'm thinking of the right one. In the book of Psalms 104. Right. Okay, so Psalms 104. It said, blessed, this is further proof. I mean, we went into it a lot. Maybe, brothers that do more shows going into the chariots, showing you that that's actually, it's no UFO, it's the angels of the Lord. And they're coming back, they're here. They're not coming back. But, I mean, Yahweh Shai, when he actually makes his return, will be in, what we call a UFO. But it's not a UFO. All right, Psalms 104 and 1. Bless the Lord, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, O my soul, O Lord, my power. Thou art very great, right? Thou art clothed with honor and majesty. Who covers thyself with light as with a garment, who stretcheth out the heavens like a curtain. And this is one Bishop Adnah, this is one of his favorite scriptures, man. That just to show you how powerful. Here it is, Esau ain't even figured out this atmosphere and everything. And I don't believe he passed the firmament, which I believe that's what they refer to as the Orion belt or whatever, that radiation belt that they can't pass. But the Lord said the heavens outside of there, the galaxies, that's like a curtain looking out the window. So that's how great the Messiah is, man. It said, who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters. Yeah, amongst the elements. That's why Yahweh Shai said in John 14 and 1, right? In my father's house. Let's see. John 14 and 1, let not your heart be troubled. You believe in the Most High, believe also in me. In my father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. So where did Yahweh Shai go? Where's Yahweh Shai right now? Yahweh Shai is on the right hand of the Father, waiting to get the orders to come back into this realm. All right, and get busy, okay? Which we about to get into. All right, Yahweh Shai is just waiting for the Lord to give the go. Look, man, it's time. All right, and we're right there. But he's telling you, he said, in my father's house are many mansions. This ain't talking about nowhere. The Lord said the earth is his footstool. So this ain't talking about earth. This is talking about any other galaxies which the white man has not yet to discover. I mean, they had dreams of it with Star Trek and all that. The boldly go where no man's gone before. But they was pipe dreaming. That was, the producers smoked some crack, sniffed some coke, and they were pipe dreaming. But we're gonna do that in real time without them funny Stay Puft marshmallow suits, and we're gonna through the spirit of the Lord, when we're changed, we'll have bodies that can defy the laws of so-called gravity as we know today. All right. So it says, and if I go to and prepare a place for you, I will come again. See, Yahweh Shai is gonna come again and receive you unto myself, meaning beam up the elect in those chariots, that where I am, there ye may be also. That's man, that's something to push for, and that's what that's what we waiting for, man. That's why we gave up everything. We forsook our lives or whatever, forsook this world. You see what I'm saying? Because we know that there's something much greater. All right, a greater reward to be faithful, to be found in the grace of the Most High, to be found worthy. Okay, so that Psalms 104 says, who covereth thyself with light as with a garment, who stretcheth out the heavens like a curtain, who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariot, who walketh upon the wings of the wind. You see? So, who maketh his angels spirits, his ministers of flaming fire. So Ezekiel, the will of Ezekiel, as they call it, that's what he was seeing. He was seeing the chariot going back during the time of Exodus, during the time when the Lord delivered us from the Egyptians. Right? He came with the chariot. Yahweh Shai was there with us from the whole time. All right, that was a pillar of fire, cloud by day, pillar of fire by night. So that's the angels. They ain't no UFOs. Don't let them. That everybody that's been known about for ages. It's nothing new. No, they ain't found a. They ain't. And which this video shows is that Esau would never be able to capture a so-called UFO, which are the angels. All right, there's no place they trying to, which, this internet. And that's why I say even I'll preface it saying if this video is true that I'm about to show you from Instagram, but I can see it being true because you ain't gonna be able to touch the angels, man. Shooting because there are lasers. There's footage showing them trying to shoot a laser at the chariot, and the UFO made the laser that moves. I believe I forgot how fast, but past the speed of light. I'm pretty sure the angel made it look like the laser was just moving in slow motion. Okay, so in this video, matter of fact, let me just play it. Like I said, if it's true, because you got so much AI shit. Like I said, they try to sit there and they showing like they got video footage of people from 5,000 years ago building shit, and man, it's too far gone, man. It's out of control. But this video, it might be some truth to this one. All right, so let me pull this up. Check that out. They firing on the chariot. They firing. They can't touch it. Can't touch it. Can't touch it. Look, all the lasers and it looks like lasers that they're shooting at it, man. The chariots just calmly just flying around, Now, like I said, if this video is true, which I can see it being true, look at that. Man, I mean, that's how the chariots get down. They're so graceful, man. And look at that, man. And then you can look up how fast. I believe these lasers that they're firing. You can look up how fast that a laser goes, and it's crazy because it's too good to be true, so to speak. It almost looked like G.I. Joe. You remember G.I. Joe? He'd be sitting there under fire. Everybody see all this gunfire, but nobody never get. You see all these blue and red, shots coming from the Cobra Commander G.I. Joe. Be a whole array of bullets, but nobody gets hit. Well, in reality, that's and I believe this. It looks like a chariot, man. Okay, that's the power. That's why the scriptures speak about how great the Lord is in His might. And the Lord said, one angel could destroy this earth, man. Well, the scripture says the angel of the Lord is 10,000 times brighter than the sun. If I'm quoting it right? So, again, there's a lot of AI stuff out there, or whatever the case is. So, I will caption it with or say that, so to speak. But I'm gonna show you that this is how it's gonna go down, though. All right, now let's see. Let's go straight to it in Ezra's, the 13th chapter. Right now, this is the book of excuse me, Second Ezra, chapter 13, verse 1. It says, "And it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night." Now, this is a prophet. See, the Lord showed Ezra this in a dream, a vision. All right. The things that we were just watching, that video. It said, "And lo, there arose a wind from the sea that it moved all the waves thereof." Speaking about the chariot, right? "And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heavens." Speaking about the other angels, the other chariots. So you're going to have Yahweh Shai in the biggest chariot, but you're going to have him with other chariots, so-called UFOs. It's going to look like an invasion of so-called UFOs, but it's going to be the Lord. And it said, "And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heavens of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him." Meaning what? All the people that see it, all the Air Force, the Navy, you see, and that's why this goes back to what Ronald Reagan said, and that's why they started the Star Wars program. All right? They started the Star Wars program. And this is a real thing. This is a real thing. And Ronald Reagan, he made the statement. He said, roughly paraphrasing it, what if we found out that we had an outside enemy, right? Will we not all put our petty differences to the side to come together for one common cause and fight against this outside enemy? And he's speaking about the chariots, because why? The chariots, there's records and documents of the chariots going over the White House, where, and that's the shot from the Most High, because that's supposed to be the, where the president, the Capitol, the Most High, showing, look, man, y'all, the Pentagon, where, which they're responsible for the war, for the, patrolling the army and the what do you call it? The information for war, Paul, I can't think of the term I'm trying to say, but anyway, they flew over the White House, where you have the Pentagon over there in Washington. So, he made that statement about all the nations coming together, because right now you see what's happening. The Lord said that he was going to gather the nations. The nations are going into the valley of Jehoshaphat, right, in the book of Joel. And basically where World War III is going down, all right? The Lord is bringing that judgment. But then in the middle, see, the Most High the Most High is the author of everything, man, okay? And he's here it is. You got all this drama going on now. This devil is, he's tripping because he knows his time is almost up. You got the distress of the nations. People don't know what's about to happen, because now you got these nuclear missiles, which the Lord allowed to be created, right? It tells you that in the book of Isaiah and other scriptures, that the Lord created these missiles for this day, for this purpose, to bring judgment, to burn this bitch down. But before the missiles hit, you're going to have the Lord right here, and they're going to be engaging, like you see in this video. They're going to be, but see right there, the angels just playing with them, because it's not time yet. All right? And look, look like it was a couple of chariots out there, Look like it was more than one so-called UFO. All right? But it's going to come a time where they're going to return fire. And boy, when they return the fire, they're not going to miss. All right? They're not going to miss. Right before the nuclear missiles hit, you're going to have this happening. All right? According to the prophecies of the Bible. So it says, and I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heavens, and when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it filleth the fire. So that's talking about the mouth of the chariot, the so-called UFO. It speaks about it also in the book of Habakkuk. Matter of fact, hold on a second. Let's see if I can pull that up real quick. Habakkuk. Excuse me. All right, it's the book of Habakkuk. I'm going to start the first verse, chapter 3, verse 1. A prayer of Habakkuk. And Habakkuk was an Israelite, a so-called black man, so to speak. Right? The prophet upon Shigionoth. O Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, I have heard thy speech and was afraid. Right? Because these prophets seen this vision. So now we're just watching this like on a video, but if you were in the vicinity of this firefight, and I'm going to speak on it as if this is actual, because if it's an AI generated, then it's based off of the truth. Because they will not be able to hit no cheers. It's not going to be no casualties on the side of the Lord and the angel. Only people that's going to die is Esau and the other nations that are gathered against the Lord in that day. All right, remember that. All right, so this is, if it's not live footage, which I wouldn't be surprised, because there's all kind of things they don't tell you about, because why? The top secret or whatever, because they don't want you to know that they're a fraud. That's why everything is top secret. That's why this devil be hiding and coming up with fake news, because why? First of all, they're a bunch of imposters. They're not the people of the Lord. The Most High set them up for a time period. Now their time is up. Okay? And again, this is why a lot of our people that followed this devil and sold out, whether you're in Hollywood, the sports, entertainment, music, or whatever form you sold out, you in the religious groups, that sold out, you're gonna be ashamed because when this day come, everybody's gonna know what time it is, man. And seeing and the beauty of it, because while this firefight is going on, which is not gonna last, remember the Lord said in an hour he's gonna wrap this place up, man. So Yahweh Shai gonna come, he gonna make sure it work. He gonna come and with all that backed up, pent up anger, should I say? All right, indignation that he has in him, he gonna come and go crazy, man. He gonna let that crowds go, he gonna go crazy, man. And then at the same time, you're gonna see brothers getting beamed up into the chariot. You know, wherever the elect is, wherever the elect is, they're gonna get beamed up. All right. So while this is happening in real time, people seeing you see, if you go outside or go downtown and you see a so-called UFO and you see a bunch of aircraft, fighter jets surrounding it, and then try to start shooting at it, like shooting, people gonna run for cover. People gonna be terrified, man. People are going to be terrified. And then on top of that, knowing that it's World War III popping off, and then on top of that, knowing that, oh, Russia has just now launched their nuclear missiles, people are going to be fucked up. They're going to, look, oh my God, this is going to happen, man. Woo. This is going to be a beautiful thing. So it says, Lord, I have heard thy speech and was afraid. So now you understand why the prophets, even when they seen these visions, all right? It's like the Lord took them through a portal into the future to see the visions and then brought them back and then they wrote it down. That's why we had the prophecies. It said, revive thy work in the midst of the years. Meaning what? Bring it back to life, the prophecies. Because why? It was a time where things were so-called dormant because why? Other prophecies had to be fulfilled. This devil, the so-called white man had to conquer, take over, and blaspheme and do all the wickedness that he did, you know? So now it's time, the Lord is reviving his work. It said in the midst of the years, what? These years. Make known in wrath, because why? That's the Lord's wrath. When you see those chariots, remember that's what the Lord slayed Pharaoh, right? Back then, the firstborn. All right. So when you see those chariots, the angels of the Lord, you know it. Yeah, you know you in some deep shit. So it says in wrath, remember mercy, and the Lord is gonna have mercy on the elect of Israel, the real Israelites, not these phonies that you've been taught about all your life. The Most High came from Teman and the Holy One from Mount Paran, right? Selah, his glory covered, this damn cough. His glory covered the heavens and the earth was full of his praise, which is the chariots, the so-called UFOs. Right? The so-called UFOs. It said, and he said, and the earth was full of his praise, and his brightness was as a light. Right, which when you see the lights that are around these chariots, that's why they glow. They have like a different lights and everything. It looks like a light show flying around in the air. Well, that's the lights from the chariots, the Lord's chariots. It says he had horns coming out of his hand, and there was the hiding of his power. Meaning what? From the chariot, right? Horns symbolize power, right? And from from the hands, if you will, or whatever, said there was the hiding of his power, meaning what? That fire, which, we would call it laser beams, if It said before him went the pestilence, see? And burning coals went forth at his feet, meaning the fire that they would shoot, that the chariots. This is before the missiles come. This is what the Lord is going to be doing. Said he stood and measured the earth. He beheld and drove asunder the nations, because why? All the nations are going to be, and we're going to get it back in Ezra, all the nations are going to be gathered together to try to basically fight the Lord. Excuse me. Said he stood and measured the earth. He beheld and drove asunder the nations, and the everlasting mountains were scattered. The perpetual hills did bow, meaning the nations. All right, all these different nations. Mountains represent governments. All right, and nations of people. It said his ways are everlasting. I saw the tents of Cushan in affliction, and the curtains of the land of Midian did tremble. All the nations are going to tremble before the Lord, man, when they see these chariots, man. And no, they're not coming for no Muslims, Arabics, East Indians, or no honkies over there that claiming that they, God's children. They ain't coming for none of y'all, man. They only coming for the elect of Israel. Everybody else is going to be fucked. That's why Zechariah said that this is he called it a curse. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. Let's bring that out. Zechariah, what is it? Is it 6? No, not 6:1. 5:1. Zechariah chapter 5, verse 1, right? Excuse me. It said, Then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. See? And that's what, when you look at the video, that's what that looked like, a flying roll. Right? It looked like a flying roll. You see? So this is what Zechariah and the prophet seen. It said, and he said unto me, What seest thou? The angel, right? And I answered, this is what Zechariah answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits, a pretty big chariot. Then said he unto me, that was the measurement, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. This is the curse. See? Because why? When they come, it's going to be nothing but bloodshed. That's why the Lord said the slain of the Lord shall be many, because when these chariots come, and trust me, like right now, you see these devils, like they're shooting whatever they got, they unloading, and they're not even, the chariots are not even phased. They just like a walk in the park. But now the chariots are going to start looking off like, man, it's going to be devastating for Esau, man. This is going to be, and this officially is going to be the end of the so-called white man, the official end of America, the official end of this wicked ass society, man. And this is what's coming, man. All right. And yes, we're in the time where we're going to see it. The Lord said that this generation shall not pass. All right. The Lord said this generation shall not pass till all things be fulfilled. So we at the end of that fulfillment when the Lord has to return. Okay. And they're going to see, man. So now the Bible said it's a curse because of what? They're coming back to do a lot of killing. All right. So now back to the scripture. It said, Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it. And then you go to John 10:10. It said, The thief cometh not but to what? But to steal. Matter of fact, let me go there. Let me get that real quick. Let's move through some of these precepts. John 10:10. The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. And that's what the so-called white man did, man. They came in that spirit, which Alexander the Greek was the beginning of the seven heads, the beginning of the so-called white man's rulership. And the term he's famous for, I came, I saw, I conquered. Well, that's what these devils did in this day and age, from the Renaissance period to where we're at now. All right, which is the revitalization of the Roman Empire. When you read about in Romans, the 13th chapter, the deadly wounds being healed, that's America coming back where it's at now. And when they came here, all they did was what? Killed and destroyed. They stole this land from the Native American Indians. So now there is a judgment that comes for it, man. Again, he said, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it. I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts. So who's bringing this flying rope, which is a UFO or the chariot or cloud of the Lord? Right? Who's bringing this? The Lord. I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief. Right? Which is, who's the thief, man? Esau. Here it is. He'll lock Jacob for stealing, because we ain't got nothing, right? So Jake, you got, even though Jake shouldn't be stealing, but you understand it to a degree, because if you ain't got nothing, if you poor, you ain't got no meal, your next meal or whatever, and society done shitted on you, and you can't get, you're going to do what you got to do to eat at the end of the day. And that's why in the scriptures, originally we had an original welfare system, whereas, when you went to glean the grapes or whatever, you would leave, you wouldn't take everything, you take what you needed. When you had, fruits or whatever, anything that you grew. So that way, if there was anybody that was homeless or whatever the case is, they would have something to eat. And in the islands, it's kind of so, I don't know about now, but I know years ago when I with Bishop Sakaran in Puerto Rico, that's how you had a lot of people, like, and I used to say, damn, if you had to be home, you don't want to be homeless, but then again, being homeless ain't the end of the world, and it ain't that bad. I've been homeless, having to floating around, hey, that's just how it go. That's a part of this thing, man. You know what I'm saying? For a while, man, for a while. Sleeping in my car, all that shit. Been through all that shit, man. you know? And that's all part of it. You got to go through these things. But I used to say, I said, man, you know, if you had to be homeless, you better off being homeless in Puerto Rico or the West Indies, the islands, because at least one, you ain't got to worry about the uh, bitter, harsh. I guess that's a combination of bitter and harsh. The bitter, harsh winters up north, and you know, the island, you know, there's food all over the places, canepa trees and all kind of shit, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but now the real actual thief that stole countries, continents, riches, gold, silver, people, their souls. He stole the soul. Okay, who stole the soul? Esau stole the soul. All right. So the Lord is coming for his ass, man. He said, I will, verse 4, I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name. See? Which, you know, Esau, for the most part, he's the one who pushed this bullshit Caesar Borgia that you have now that people call Jesus Christ, and that he's a white man with blonde hair, blue eyes, and right? And then you got our people that pledged allegiance to this devil and that image, or that you know, thinking that that's what the Most High looked like, man. You see? Then you got these niggas even in the truth, supposed to be in the truth, that swear falsely by the Lord's name. But it said, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, meaning with Esau, he's not going to ever recover. All right? He's going into slavery after that. And to consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof, meaning to destroy the foundation. America, all these buildings will be destroyed. You see? So now, let's see, where was we at? Did we finish? All right, I'm going to go back to Habakkuk and then go back to Ezra's. You know, get ready to finish this one up. Where was we at? It said, verse 8. Was the Lord displeased against the rivers? Was thy anger against the rivers? Was thy wrath against the sea? That thou didst ride upon thine horses and thy chariots of salvation? Thy chariots of salvation? Thy chariots of salvation? What the bomba cloud? Hey, all, you know, every time, you know, we do it, so, you know, Satan always got to throw some in there. Moabite bitch, it look like. All right, so let me read that again, man. Hold on, man. All right. Verse 8, Habakkuk 3 and 8. Was the Lord displeased against the rivers? Was thy anger against the rivers? Was thy wrath against the sea? That thou did, talking about the other people, the other nations. That's what it's speaking about, right? It said that thou didst ride upon thine horses in thy chariots of salvation. All right. That's speaking about the so-called UFO, the chariots of salvation. All right. And so, you know, a lot of people will be sitting there stupid. Like when they came out with the movie ID4, Independence Day 4, which we had seen it in the Virgin Islands, you know, which was, well, I think it was in St. Croix or St. Thomas. I think we might have been St. Thomas, and they had to drag some Jamaican ass nigga out of there, or Benjamite, you know, because he was in there wilding out. But it was four of us. It was, you know, well, formerly Gabarya, you know, we call him Gabanzo because he went out like a Gabanzo bean. But Bishop Taz and Bishop Abad and myself, and we was in there, man. We was in there rooting for the so-called UFOs, man. You know, we wasn't rooting for no fucking Will Smith and the other devil that was in it. You know, so we was in there, but then the people, when they started getting up towards the end of the movie, because towards the end of the movie it gets whacked, because Esau, you know, tries to change the narrative of what's going to actually happen. You ain't going to defeat or figure out a way to defeat these chariots, man. Only in your movies. So then when they, you know, then everybody started clapping. I'm like, y'all clapping at the wrong thing. You ain't supposed to be clapping at Esau firing and trying to attack. You on the wrong side of the fence, my man. Like the one dude he seen the chariots. Oh my God, what's that? Aliens? Somebody caught a cop. No, that's our salvation. All right? That's why I said the chariots of salvation. All right? And that's a heavy. That's another one. We'll probably say that more. Thy chariots of salvation. Said thy bow was made quite naked. according to the oaths of the tribe. Even thy word, Selah, thou didst cleave the earth with rivers. The mountains saw thee, and they trembled. See? And it tells you that in the Apocrypha, how that they're going to be, trembling, man. They're going to be trembling. You see? It said, the mountains saw thee, and they, matter of fact, come back to that. All right? We're going to go back to where we was at here. Okay, it said, verse 5, 2 Ezra 13 and 5. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the men that came out of the sea. To subdue what? The Lord in the chariot, the UFO. Just like you see them shooting at again, I keep playing the clip, how they're shooting at the chariot. Well, that's what they're going to be doing, trying to surround the Lord, right? It said, but I beheld, and lo, he graded himself a great mountain and flew up upon it. So it wasn't like it was a mountain, just flying in the heavens. No, he's saying that's how big the chariot that he was in. It looked like a huge mountain. He said, but I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. I couldn't see where this mountain was cut out because it was a chariot. He was just speaking about the magnitude and how big the chariot, the ship that the Lord was on. It said, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. So the Most High is going to put the spirit on them to actually keep that energy to fight, because the Most High want to fight. It ain't going to be no Mike Tyson, Jake Paul fight. All right? There ain't going to be no Esau rigged. And the Most High going to make this devil fight so he can crush him, man. Because that's why, just like he did with Pharaoh, that's why he raised Pharaoh up. He made Pharaoh hard-headed or whatever the case is. Nobody resists the will of the Most High. So these devils, even though a lot of them going to be shook, all right, because you had a lot of so-called astronauts and aviators or whatever that actually seen chariots or came close with the angels, and they were terrified, man. All right, when you hear them give their accounts of the stories, right? So now it said, and after that I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth. So as they sitting there firing upon him and stuff like you seen in the video, the Lord ain't going to sit up there and, he ain't got no actual sword or fist. He going to be cool, calm, just like how the chariot was floating, cool and calm, floating through all those lasers they were shooting at him, right? He said, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire. There go that laser. And out of his lips a flaming breath. And out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests out from the mouth of the chariot. And they were all mixed together. See? The blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest. So the Lord gonna be shooting all kind of shit from them chariots, all kind of lasers, and right? Esau, you ain't seen nothing, and you ain't got no technology that's nowhere near on this level. What the hell you mean more event? What God was you talking about? You wasn't talking about the Most High, Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Watch. It said, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up, every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude. And see, in these damn churches, that's why these churches is a joke. And I can't wait till the Most High crush all these fucking stupid Christian, Catholic, Baptist, dumbass people in the church, man. Because they're not giving this to you. They're not telling you the truth, man. All right? They're a bunch of fucking dummies, man. And the Most High ain't dealing with them, man. Point blank, period, man. Lord's only dealing with his elect, man. It's time to stop fucking playing around. Stop fucking playing around. And hell, not even every Israelite group is right, man. Because it's only one doctrine, man. And you don't even got Israelites that go into, because y'all ain't looking for the Lord to come back. Y'all enemies of the Lord, man. So Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai got something nice for you too. All right? Because the Lord knew that you niggas was going to do the bullshit you doing, man. Self-glorying, doing all this wickedness behind the scene. They're trying to act like you ain't do nothing, man. You learned from your daddy, John 8:44, to you wicked niggas, man. Calling yourself Israelite leaders in these schools, man. All right? Y'all not teaching the truth. Y'all not prophesying, man. You ain't preparing the people for what's coming. You sitting there marching them and lead them further into Esau, man. Telling dudes to go get the jab. Then you're going to tell them to go get the seer, man. But see, we're going to deal with the scriptures and the prophecies, man. All right? And it said, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence. See? You mean stop the Lord's coming with violence. And fell with violence upon the multitude. That multitude is the armies, man, the United States armies. Everything we're saying is out of the scriptures, man. This is prophecy, man. Like it or not. Believe it or not. Don't matter to us. It said, and fell with violence upon the multitude, which was prepared to fight, and burned them up, every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude, because there's millions and millions of million soldiers in these armies, right? So it said, of a sudden of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived but only dust and smell of smoke. Meaning what? The Lord literally smoked these fools, man. All these armies, man. He eviscerated them with the lasers and the fire. All right? The flaming breath. Okay? When I saw this, I was afraid, because if you're in the midst of seeing a galactic firefight, okay, seeing seeing, if you right there on the spot, if you're on a battlefield and you hearing all these, the loud sounds, then you seeing the chariots, the UFOs start smoking and turning shit into powder. They showed you that a little bit in the movie War of the Worlds. All right, so that's why they seen this. Okay? It said, afterwards saw I the same man come down from the mountain and calling to him another peaceable multitude. And that's what you hear in Revelation 18, come up hither. All right? Ain't no goddamn rap. That rapture shit was bullshit started by the so-called white man. All right? But yes, the elect of Israel, which we hoping we of the elect, will be beamed up into the chariots. You see? All right? But let's see. Matter of fact, we'll finish up in Habakkuk. I'll read that again. Verse 10. The mountains saw thee and they trembled. Right, that was it. So that's talking about the other nation. They ain't talking about the actual. What mountain start be shaking or whatever. All right? The mountains saw thee and they trembled. The overflowing of the water passed by. The deep uttered his voice and lifted up his hands on high. The sun and the moon stood still in their habitation. At the light of thine arrows they went, and at the shining of thy glittering spirit. Thou didst march through the land in indignation. Thou didst thresh the heathen in anger. These are the chariots, man, running through people, running through nations, man. This is why the Lord in Revelation the 19th chapter said he had many crowns upon his head, man. Because why? He's going to go through all these nations, man. It said, thou winnest forth for the salvation of thy people. Not everybody, man. And seeing our people they're going to learn the hard way. They don't understand the Most High. Because why? They go into their own understanding. All right? They follow the goddamn white man and his doctrine and his dogma, man. Shame on all you niggas, man. All right? And the Lord's destruction is going to come down. It's going to run like a river, man. Playtime has been over, man. You see? And the men of the Lord, man, we're going to be sitting back. The scriptures say at famine and destruction, now she'll laugh. See, you got people walking around still butthurt that Trump, and you might as well say Trump is running the show now. All right, they had some Hollywood shit with Pedo Joe. That nigga is fried. I don't even know if that's the real one or the double or whatever. This whole America is through, man. Anybody that's still Cleveland holding on, but I want better from you, stupid, and you deserve to die. All right, you don't deserve no, like people talk about salvation. You don't deserve salvation. You believe in the white man. You follow after this world. You follow bullshit religion. The Most High ain't set up Christianity, man. All right? These Christians out there, they don't know the truth, man. All of these different Christian preachers, man. Okay? Only thing it's a hustle. All right? And they have a 501c3 charter with the government anyway. These Catholics. You got the Pope talking about putting some other nasty rainbow motherfucker in one of them positions, man. You see? Baptists and Pentecost. Man, our people are Islam. The Most High ain't dealing with it. You niggas ain't supposed to be in Islam. When you gonna wake up from that? You know when you gonna wake up? When all these things happen. All right? You have Fairy Clown And he could talk a good one, but it don't matter if you could talk a good one, man. You know, because you could talk a good one and still not be saying nothing, man. All right, using semantics, and cause that's what a lot of people do, and people judge people based off, oh, he gave a very excellent oration. He was all, his vernacular was so spectacular. Man, get the fuck out of here. The Most High ain't dealing with all that slippery speech, man, that a lot of these people get over on people with. Okay? But anyway, it said, the sun and moon stood still in their habitation at the light of thy arrows. They went, and at the shine of thy glittering spear. Thou didst march through the land in indignation. Thou didst thresh the heathen in anger. Thou wentest forth for the salvation of thy people, even for salvation with thine anointed, Yahweh Shai. Okay? Thou woundest the head out of the house of the wicked. Who's that? That's the elites. Esau, the Roth, they know what's coming, man. That's why they're moving around. Operation Warp Speed. But the Lord got them rushing into an ass whooping, man. Because the Lord's going to thresh them. He's going to smash them. Okay? The Lord's going to smash them. Thou woundest the head out of the house of the wicked by discovering the foundation unto the neck, from the bottom to the top. All right? It said, thou didst strike through with his staves the head of his villages. Because this devil, he thinks that he got fallout shelters, hiding bunkers and everything. No, devil, you ain't escaping, man. The Lord gonna destroy your society. Everybody in America is gonna be dead. They're gonna be burnt up, right, in this oven. And then the elites, the ones of you that make it, you're only making it so you can serve slavery. All right? Because there will be, and they don't teach you the truth in these churches, man. All right? You can't have 1% truth, 2%. Oh, this one, 10% of what they're saying, 20%. No, you gotta have 100%. Are they telling you that in the kingdom of heaven there will be slaves? Huh? Most of these dummies, oh my God, that's slaves in the Bible. And there's laws for having servants. So you got to have the understanding. All right? But now, captivity is another thing. He that leadeth in the captivity shall go into captivity. That's what the Most High said. So I don't know what the hell these people talking about. It said, they came out as a whirlwind to scatter me. Their rejoicing was as to devour the poor secretly. See, oh my God. We've been telling, and now people see that now you got all these videos showing the expose videos and everything. Decades ago, we've been telling people, maybe 40 years, 2000, we've been telling you that there was a secret government. Well, they want to what? Devour the poor secretly. See? And again, you think these, I think they got a summit meeting this week. They not talking about fucking climate change, global warming. They talking about what? Them issuing that chip, martial law, putting more hell upon people, destroying people, killing more people. See? Their rejoicing was as to devour the poor secretly. Thou didst walk through the sea with thine horses, through the heap of, and even the Navy. The Lord, them fucking Marines and them submarines, motherfuckers been in the submarine deep in the sea for like 8-9 months and shit. Bunch of homo ass niggas. The Most High gonna walk right through them. He gonna, cause they sitting there with they ready to get the order to launch their missiles. Well, look, the Most High gonna, after they launch the missile, they're gonna get crushed. Or if they get to launch their missiles. It says, when I heard, my belly trembled, my lips quivered at the voice. Rottenness entered into my bones, and I trembled in myself, that I might rest in the day of trouble. When he cometh up unto the people, he will invade them with his troops. See? Because the white man loves invading everybody else. Well, wait till the Most High invade you with the chariots, with the angels, man. Okay? Although the fig tree shall not blossom, neither shall fruit be in the vines, the labor of the olive shall fail, and the field shall yield no meat. The flock shall be cut off from the fold, and there shall be no herd in the stalls. Because the Most High is going to destroy all of America, man. Yet I will rejoice in the Lord. I will joy in the power of my salvation. The Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, is my strength, and he will make my feet like hinds' feet, and he will make me to walk upon my high places. To the chief singer on my stringed instruments. All right? Okay, so with that, I'm going to end it there. I mean, there's so much more you could go with this. I hope everybody was everybody, the sincere brothers part of me. Where the fuck that came from. But I'm going to say, Ka halal Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, and shalom to you, sincere Akim. Shalom.